Hi everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of BoxOff. This is the Gem edition. So if you're not familiar with BoxOff, this is a solo-friendly game. It's meant for one player, although it could be co-op, I guess, if you want to take turns. But basically, you are trying to remove as many gems from this board as possible. Um, so yeah, I think we'll just get started. The strategy they recommend maybe to start off with, from a beginner point of view, is just to remove gems that are paired up together, meaning they're kind of just next to each other. Ideally, you're going to be able to create opportunities to remove more and more of these gems from the board. Essentially, you are removing them if they make a square with nothing else in it but two corners of that square or rectangle. And it could be a line. So I think we'll get started. I'll grab the two reds here because that formed a line. And then these two greens form another line with nothing in between them. I'm going to grab these two yellows, these two lines as well, these two yellows that form the line as well. These two yellows, and then these two yellows. I'm going to squeeze those out. And then what I have here is this rectangle with the two reds. So these are the corners of that rectangle. I'm going to grab these two. And let's see. I will. So it gets a little bit tricky because you want to make sure that you're not closing yourself off from removing certain gems. So let me see if I can clear something from up here that opened up some possibilities. I'll remove these two that were next to each other. And I'll remove these two that were next to each other. And then we have, ooh, I don't know. This is not looking great. I'm kind of seeing that I'm going to get stuck pretty early on. I will remove these two blues that formed a line. And then I'll remove these two greens. And then I'll remove these two greens because it forms this rectangle with those two green at the corners. I guess I'll remove these two. And then these two blues I can remove because they form a square. See, these two blues I can remove as well. They're next to each other. Then that leaves these two blues that form a line as well. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna remove these reds. This corner is tripping me up a little bit. I'm not gonna be able to remove that blue unless I keep this one here. So let's do that. I'll remove these two reds, these two yellows, and then I'll remove these. I'll remove these two reds. I'll remove these two blues because they form those lines. I'll remove these two greens. And I remove this long line that's created with these two reds. Let's see. I guess I'm stuck doing these yellows like this. So I removed all the yellows, which is pretty neat. We have two greens and a blue. Man, that blue is messing me up though. Okay, I'll go ahead and remove these two greens. They formed this rectangle like that. Now the blues can be removed. Or I can remove the blues here. No, I'll have to remove these. And then fortunately, I think I'm stuck just removing these two. This can't be removed because the rectangle that they form have these two gems on it, and nothing else can be removed. So I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gems that I couldn't remove. And that's how you play box off. This was the gem version. There is a peg edition as well. I don't really have a preference between the two. I think it depends how you like the tactile feel. So obviously the gems have this cool feeling to it. You can hold it in your hand and it feels nice. The other one is pegs, so they're like a wooden, and they're more cylindrical. So you can still fiddle with them in your hands as you think, but I do find that the wooden one is just a better experience because of the mat that you do have to flatten before you play, or else sometimes the gems might slip off. But if you play often enough, that shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, that was my solo playthrough of Box Off. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you to Stephen Myers for sending me a copy of this game to cover for you guys. Let me know what you guys think if you've played this one before, and maybe what your high score is. Obviously, the lower the score, the better. If you've ever actually removed all the boxes, that would be quite a feat. Although I believe it is possible for most of the configurations. All right, I'm going to end my video here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.